Hello, I'm Jon Stapleton, CodeVA, and this is a quick tutorial on arithmetic expressions with Twine in the Chapbook story format. Arithmetic expressions meaning I'm just going to do some math. We're going to have the computer do some math. That's all that means. Let's get into it. Arithmetic expressions is just a fancy way of saying that we're going to have our Twine stories do math. And it's really useful for a lot of reasons. I'll kind of get into that in a second. But for now, let's just start with creating a number variable. A number variable called age. And the number variable called age has a value of 15 for now. I'm not actually 15. There we go. Perfect. It could be whatever you want, right? It could be any number. So we have a number variable called age, and then we can have the computer insert that number variable, and you see that in the sentence where we've inserted it. Now, that's all well and good, but you can also have the computer do more complicated math. We have like this longer expression what the computer's going to do is it's going to resolve this arithmetic expression and then insert the result of the expression. So we have 31 plus 10 times 2 plus 4. And there we go, 91. That's the answer. You have access to all of the normal arithmetic operators. So here's the addition operator. You can do a subtraction operator if you want to, totally fine. That comes out to negative 29. The asterisk is multiplication. If you wanted to do division, it would look like that. You can get like decimal numbers out of it. And then the computer understands PEMDAS, or like the order of operations. So it's going to do 2 plus 4 in the parentheses before it does anything else. Super useful stuff. But for your stories, maybe not as useful. You can also write arithmetic expressions that use variables in the expression as a value, and the computer is going to insert the whatever the corresponding value is into the expression to help resolve it. So if I wanted to do like age in days as a variable, I could take the age variable, which is set to 31. So the computer is going to insert 31 to the spot and multiply that by 365.25. And that'll get us approximately the right value. Days. There we go. Now, you can use both these variables if you want to. It's going to use both of them because they're both stored in the computer's memory. And actually, in the testing window, you can actually see which values the variables have over on the right side, which is kind of nice. So that's how you write arithmetic expressions. Now, there's a cool thing you can do with arithmetic expressions that's really useful in your stories to like keep track of a score or a count or something like that. And that's called incrementing a variable. So I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. Let's say, let's create a variable called count. And I'm going to start with that variable called count set to a value of 0. And count is going to be used to keep track of how many passages the reader has visited. I don't know why I would want to do that in a story. This could also be like a score if there's like certain moments in the story where the reader has to collect things or whatever. There's lots of ways to use these sorts of variables. All right, let's make a link. A link to a passage called passage 1. Display the count. Now, when the reader gets to passage 1, I want the computer to add 1 to that count variable. And to do that, you write an expression like this. Count gets a new value of count plus 1. And like you saw when I inserted the variable in the expression before, the computer is going to insert the count variable into this spot. So this will have the effect of having the computer throw away that value of 0 and put a value of 1 in that variable instead. Let's go to another passage called passage 2, and I'll do the same thing. Count gets a value of count plus 1. I'm going to make sure I spell it right, otherwise the computer is not going to modify the variable. So now, whenever the reader visits either passage 1, let's make sure this is all right. Boop. And a little bit of a typo there. That's easy to fix though. Okay, great. So now I've got this situation where I have a little bit of a loop between my two passages, passage 1 and passage 2. And each time the reader visits one of these passages, the computer is going to modify that variable called count by 1. It's going to increase the value by 1. And because the variable called count retains its value as I move between passages, the count is going to continue to go up over and over and over again. So you'll see what I mean when we do it. So here we go. 0 passages. Okay, passage 1, visited 1 passage. Passage 2, visited 2 passages. But then go back to passage 1, and count still goes up by 1. So now it's 3 passages. 4, 5, and so on and so forth. I can keep incrementing that variable. I can have the computer keep incrementing that variable over and over again. Very useful for all sorts of things. So that is how you use variables and arithmetic expressions in Twine. There's a lot you can do with this. You can kind of get creative. If you have any questions about this topic, if you're having trouble getting this working for yourself, please let us know. We would love to help. Get in the comments of this video. There's a link in the description to a text version of this tutorial with code examples you can copy and paste and lots of other resources to help you get started. And check out the Twine Trail Guide for lots of other videos and tutorials about other topics with Twine in the Chapbook story format. Otherwise, good luck and happy coding.